We all crave success. But the path to success isn't always clear. What if I told you the secret to unlocking your best self lies in the first few hours of your day? It's about creating a sacred space where you can focus on yourself before the demands of the day come knocking. Imagine starting each morning with intention, clarity, and purpose. This is the power of a well-crafted morning routine. It sets the tone for the entire day, influencing your energy levels, focus, and productivity. By establishing a consistent routine, you create a sense of structure and discipline that permeates all areas of your life. Why 5 a.m.? It's a time often associated with early birds, CEOs, and even millionaires. But the magic of 5 a.m. isn't just about the time itself. It's about the quiet solitude it offers. Imagine this. The sun is just beginning to rise, casting a warm glow over the horizon. The world is still asleep and you're already up, energized and ready to conquer the day. This is the 5 a.m. advantage. It's a chance to connect with yourself on a deeper level, to reflect on your goals, and to set your intentions for the day ahead. It's about creating space for personal growth, whether through meditation, reading, exercising, or simply enjoying a quiet cup of coffee. It's about taking control of your day before it takes control of you. I'm sure you've heard the saying, the early bird gets the worm. For 30 days, I embarked on a journey to unlock the power of the 5 a.m. club. I challenged myself to wake up before the sun and dedicate those precious hours to my personal growth. Was it easy? Not always, but the rewards were far greater than the challenges. Over those 30 days, I experienced a profound shift in my mindset, productivity, and overall well-being. Are you ready to unlock your best self? Let's begin. The decision to wake up at 5 a.m. every day for 30 days wasn't one I took lightly. Successful people, they all seem to do it. Could changing my wake-up time really make a difference? Could it really unlock the levels of productivity and focus I'd been striving for? I was tired of feeling stuck in a rut, tired of feeling like I wasn't living up to my full potential. That's when I decided to take the plunge. I wouldn't just dip my toes into the world of early mornings. I would dive headfirst. 30 days, 30 chances to prove to myself that I could commit to something difficult, something that pushed me outside of my comfort zone. The first step was to address the practicalities. I knew that waking up at 5 a.m. wouldn't be sustainable if I didn't prioritize sleep. So, I started by adjusting my bedtime. No more late-night Netflix binges or scrolling endlessly through social media. I needed to create a sleep schedule that allowed for a solid 7 to 8 hours of rest. Then came the fun part, planning my morning routine. I decided to incorporate meditation, journaling, and exercise into my mornings, activities I'd always wanted to make time for but had struggled to fit into my busy schedule. As the day of my 5 a.m. challenge approached, a mix of excitement and trepidation washed over me. I was excited about the potential for personal growth, for the chance to reclaim my mornings and start each day with intention. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. What if I couldn't stick to it? What if I hit the snooze button every morning and ended up feeling more exhausted than before? And so, with a mix of nerves and excitement, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. and prepared to take the leap. The first day arrived with the jarring sound of my alarm clock. 5 a.m. It felt like the middle of the night. My cozy bed was calling me back, each fiber of my being urging me to hit the snooze button. But I had made a promise to myself, and I was determined to, at the very least, attempt to honor it. Peeling myself away from the warm embrace of my blankets felt like an impossible task. Splashing cold water on my face helped, if only slightly. This was it, day one of my 30-day challenge.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy.
The first week was undeniably the hardest. My body, accustomed to late nights and even later mornings, was in open rebellion. Every morning was a battle against exhaustion. I felt groggy, disoriented, and my brain felt like it was shrouded in a thick fog. I stumbled through those early mornings fueled by sheer willpower and copious amounts of coffee. The struggle was real, and I won't pretend otherwise. It wasn't just the physical exhaustion that I had to contend with. The mental fog was just as debilitating. During those first few days, my concentration was shot. I felt sluggish and slow, my brain struggling to keep up with even the simplest of tasks. I knew I had to find a way to power through. Despite the challenges, something unexpected began to happen as the first week drew to a close. I started to notice subtle shifts in my mindset. The world seemed different in the quiet solitude of those early mornings. There was a sense of peace and tranquility that I had never experienced before. I found myself looking forward to those early morning walks, my senses heightened by the sights and sounds of the awakening city. And as the days went by, I noticed that the mental fog was beginning to lift. Maybe, just maybe, there was something to this whole 5 a.m. thing after all. As the second week of my 5 a.m. challenge dawned, a noticeable shift occurred. The initial shock to my system had subsided, replaced by a growing sense of adaptation. While waking up early was still a conscious effort, it no longer felt like an insurmountable battle. The fog of exhaustion began to dissipate, replaced by a newfound clarity and a surprising surge of energy. My morning routine, once a distant dream, was slowly becoming a reality. Meditation, which had initially felt like an impossible feat, became a source of peace and focus. Even exercise, once a dreaded chore, became something I began to crave. The most significant change I observed during those middle weeks was undoubtedly the surge in my productivity. The extra time in the mornings became a haven for focused work. With a clear mind and a caffeine-fueled determination, I found myself powering through tasks that had once felt daunting. My to-do list, once a source of anxiety, became a satisfying measure of accomplishment. This newfound efficiency spilled over into all aspects of my day, from my work life to my personal pursuits. The early morning hours became my secret weapon, my opportunity to work at my peak mental capacity. While the initial motivation behind my 5 a.m. challenge had been to boost my productivity and improve my focus, I soon discovered a ripple effect of unexpected benefits. The discipline required to wake up early began to permeate all areas of my life. I found myself making healthier choices both in terms of diet and exercise. My relationships also seemed to benefit from my newfound energy and focus. Friends and family commented on my positive energy, and I felt a deeper sense of connection with those around me. Perhaps the most unexpected benefit of all was the sense of inner peace I began to cultivate. I developed a greater appreciation for the simple things, a newfound gratitude for the present moment. The final week of my 30-day challenge arrived, and with it, a sense of accomplishment washed over me. What had once felt like an insurmountable feat had become manageable. My body had finally adapted to the early wake-up call. The early morning hours, once a foreign land, were now a familiar landscape. My morning routine had solidified into a well-oiled machine, each activity flowing seamlessly into the next. Exercise, no longer a chore, invigorated my body and sharpened my mind. As the days went by, I found myself noticing things I had previously overlooked. The subtle shifts in light as the sun crept over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink, orange, and gold. The gentle chirping of birds welcoming the new day. The smell of freshly brewed coffee, a sensory experience I had previously rushed through. The world seemed more vibrant, more alive in those early hours. The frenetic energy of the city, still slumbering, was replaced by a sense of peace and tranquility. I found myself taking long walks, simply enjoying the stillness and solitude. This newfound appreciation extended beyond my immediate surroundings. I felt a surge of gratitude for the people in my life, for my health, for the opportunities that unfolded before me each day. The challenges I faced, both personally and professionally, seemed less daunting, less insurmountable. I had developed a resilience, a quiet confidence that allowed me to approach obstacles with a sense of calm determination. Looking back on those 30 days, I am struck by the profound transformation that took place. It wasn't just about the extra hours in the day, although those were certainly a welcome bonus. It was about the fundamental shift in my mindset, the way I approached my work, my relationships, my life. The discipline of waking up early had spilled over into all areas of my life, creating a ripple effect of positive change. I was more focused, more productive, more present, more grateful. I had tapped into a wellspring of energy and motivation that I never knew existed. The man who had started this challenge, a self-proclaimed night owl plagued by procrastination and self-doubt, seemed a distant memory. In his place stood a man who embraced the challenge of early mornings, a man who understood the power of starting each day with intention and purpose. So, you're inspired, you're motivated, and you're ready to join the 5 a.m. club? That's fantastic. But before you set your alarm for the crack of dawn, let's talk strategy. Trying to change your wake-up time too drastically, too quickly, can be a recipe for disaster, leading to burnout and frustration. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Instead of jolting your system awake hours earlier than usual, start by gradually shifting your bedtime and wake-up time by 15-minute increments. If you're used to waking up at 7 a.m., aim for 6:45 a.m. for a few days, then 6:30 a.m., and so on. This gradual approach allows your body to adjust naturally, minimizing the shock and making the transition smoother. Don't underestimate the importance of a consistent sleep schedule. Our bodies thrive on routine, and establishing a regular sleep-wake cycle helps regulate your internal clock, promoting better sleep quality and making it easier to wake up feeling refreshed. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night. Remember, sleep deprivation will only sabotage your efforts. The key to making any habit stick, especially one as challenging as waking up early, is consistency. There will be mornings when the allure of your warm bed will be almost irresistible, but it's precisely on those mornings that your commitment to consistency will be tested. Create a visual reminder of your goals. Write down why you want to wake up early and place it where you'll see it. Keep your motivation front and center as a source of inspiration. Section 3. Embrace the journey. Remember, change takes time, and there will be setbacks along the way. There might be mornings when you hit the snooze button, mornings when you sleep through your alarm, mornings when you simply can't muster the energy to get out of bed. Don't beat yourself up about it. It happens to the best of us. Instead of dwelling on your missteps, acknowledge them, learn from them, and move on. Each day is a new opportunity to start fresh, to recommit to your goals, and to make progress no matter how small. The important thing is to keep moving forward, one early morning at a time. Finally, remember to celebrate your successes. Each day that you wake up at 5 a.m. is a victory, a testament to your commitment and willpower. Acknowledge your efforts, reward yourself for your progress, and enjoy the journey. Waking up early isn't just about achieving a goal. It's about creating a lifestyle that supports your overall well-being and unlocks your full potential. 30 days of early sunrises, 30 mornings of self-improvement, 30 chances to rewrite my relationship with time. There were mornings when the snooze button felt like a lifeline, when the warmth of my bed seemed more appealing than a productive day. But as the days turned into weeks, something remarkable happened. The struggle became less about resistance and more about anticipation. The quiet stillness of those early hours became a sanctuary, a time dedicated to nourishing my mind, body, and spirit. My productivity soared, fueled by clarity and purpose. Tasks that once felt insurmountable were tackled with newfound energy and focus. This 30-day experiment wasn't just about waking up early. It was about the power of commitment, the transformative potential that lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be unleashed. It was about proving to myself that I had the discipline, the resilience, the inner strength to commit to a goal, even when faced with resistance from my own mind and body. And in honoring that commitment, I discovered a wellspring of self-belief that I hadn't known existed. If I could conquer the early morning hours, what else was possible? The confidence I gained from this seemingly small victory rippled outwards, influencing other areas of my life. I became more assertive in my relationships, more fearless in pursuing my passions, more willing to step outside of my comfort zone and embrace new challenges. The world, it seemed, was no longer a place to be merely observed, but a canvas upon which I could boldly paint my own unique masterpiece. This is not a call to become an early riser simply because I did, or because countless successful individuals swear by the magic of the 5 a.m. club. This is an invitation to explore your own potential, to discover the power that comes from designing a life that aligns with your values, your goals, and your aspirations. Perhaps waking up early is the key that unlocks your peak performance, or maybe it's something else entirely. The time is irrelevant. What matters is the commitment to showing up for yourself, to dedicating time and energy to becoming the best version of yourself. So, I invite you to embark on your own journey of self-discovery. Experiment, explore, and find what works for you. Set ambitious goals, challenge your limits, and never underestimate the transformative power of small, consistent actions. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today, and watch in amazement as your world transforms before your very eyes. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on personal growth and productivity. Let me know in the comments. Would you try waking up at 5 a.m.? I'd love to hear your thoughts.